Happy video day, guys. Today's video, we're gonna be playing with a bunch of new makeup. So I just received the most amazing PR package from Pixi. I got so much different stuff. I've got these amazing eyeshadow palettes and these amazing blush palettes that came in. And literally when I saw them and I opened up the package, I was like, wait. These are beautiful. And I just literally could not wait to try them on. So I got them in PR yesterday and they're on my table today because they just literally made me gasp at how pretty they were. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play with them. I'm gonna play with them for the first time with you guys and give you guys some thoughts of what I'm thinking about them. So if you guys are excited, now is the time to hit that subscribe button so you see more of my videos. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, guys. So there is two palettes in this little PR package that they sent me, which I'll show you guys when I do my try on. I'll show you guys the PR package. But the first one that they sent me is this one. So this gorgeous little beauty right here is called the Rosette Ray. And it's more like a plum tone palette and it's just so gorgeous. This is the one I'm wearing on my eyes right now, just so you guys know. And then the other full palette that they sent me, which is also so pretty, is this beauty right here. And this is called the Hazelnut Haze. And this one is also extremely gorgeous, amazing colors, and I'm gonna be doing an Instagram tutorial with this one. So if you guys wanna see me playing with this palette, go follow me over on Instagram at Christina Brooke Beauty. I'm gonna be posting this palette over there. But yeah, so these are the two palettes that they sent. Each one of these is retailing for $22 each. And oh my goodness, guys, I have to admit, not only is this packaging so good, it's a plastic packaging, high quality. It says Pixi on the front in this cute little gold. I think this packaging is fantastic. You're getting a very hard casing here, an amazing size mirror. This is great. This layout right here is kind of similar to what I say Huda Beauty does so well. This very small, minimal layout gives you a lot of shadow, but it's not wasting anything. You're not getting these huge palettes with all of this wasted space that you don't even know where you're gonna store it. They gave us a huge mirror, which is not wasting any space on the mirror either. So honestly, for what you're getting, I mean, the whole packaging and what you're getting is really, really, really nice. So Pixi is a mid-range brand, I guess you could say. You can find them at Target. You can also find it on the Pixi website. And I feel like Pixi is like that middle brand that's like it's not drugstore, but it's not really sold at Sephora. I don't even know if it's sold at Ulta, to be honest. I think it's not, but it has really good quality products and they even have their own skincare line, which their skincare is really good too. So Pixi to me is just like a really all around good brand. And I was so excited to see these two palettes because they really, really spoke to me. Pixi has some bigger palettes. The bigger palettes are nice as well, but they don't look as luxurious as these. I think that this packaging, in my opinion, just brings it up a notch, just looks a little bit more well made. And I love this mirror. I think it's fantastic. So I am going to be trying one of these out for you guys in a few seconds, but let's jump into the face palettes really quickly so I can just show you what they look like. So there's two different face palettes that I got, and they're actually blush palettes, but they say that you can use them for your entire face of makeup, which I think is fantastic. So there's two here. The first one that they sent me over was this one. It's called Sugar Blossom. So you are getting 4 different shades. So 2 of them are matte and 2 are more high shine, that they actually look more like highlights. And they can be used very easily for the whole face. So I totally understand that you can use this as an eyeshadow. You can use these as eyeshadows. This could be your blush. And then you can also use these as highlights. So it's a very universal palette. And then the other one that they sent me was this gorgeous little beauty right here. And this one is called Honey Nectar. So this is the lighter of the two. And it does have the same system. It's 2 mattes and then it has 2 metallics. And of course you can use it for the whole face. It would be a nice color to put like on the lids if you wanted, a nice blush. You can use either one of these like a lid topper, and you can also use them as a highlight. So and honestly guys, I can't even believe the price on these. These are $16 each, which I think is phenomenal. You're getting the same kind of casing as the eyeshadows, and you're getting this awesome mirror. This is hard. You can travel with it. It's sturdy, and the product itself is just so gorgeous. So I think the price point on both of these are really, really, really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump straight into my thoughts on this video, and then at the end you guys will see me applying it for the very first time, and during that I'll be giving you guys some commentary of what I'm thinking, because I do feel like there's some of you guys that just want to know Are they worth it? And I'm gonna tell you guys, let's start off with this one right here. This palette's giving you 5 mattes and it's giving you 4 metallic shades. So the quality of this palette is actually really nice. It is the palette that I used on my lids today, and I have to tell you guys, I think that it did a fantastic job. So when we talk about the mattes in this palette, the mattes are actually really good. They're buildable. When you put them on, you do get pigment, but I do feel like as you start to apply them, they start to show up more and more and more. They are very soft, so when you're putting them on, they're more powdery of a formula, which actually works really, really nice for blending. When you're trying to blend out a shadow and it's a little bit more powdery, it does allow you to blend better. And I also think that's a lot easier for beginners when the shadows are a little bit softer. I feel like they just blend a little easier. You don't have to worry about those harsh lines. Sometimes when formulas have a little bit more wetness to their mattes, they can stick a little bit more and you have to be very precise when applying them. I've noticed that with powder formulas, they really blend so much easier and they're easier to build up as well, which I feel like this type of palette is a build up palette. And as you build up these colors, you come out with a beautiful eye look, and honestly, the pigment is fantastic. The color selection in here is so gorgeous. It's a very, very pretty color selection. The metallics in here are just really, really, really gorgeous as well. I'm really loving these metallics. They have a really nice formula to them. They kind of have a very silky feel. They remind me a lot of the Pixi highlight. The Pixi highlights have this really soft to the touch formula, and this just reminds me of like mini highlights. And honestly, the highlights are like one of my favorite things in the Pixi line, so it's not shocking to me that I think these metallics are gorgeous. I use this color and I just kind of put it in the center of my lid and I was like, ooh, that's so pretty. And I think that it gave me such a awesome color payoff that I didn't even have to spray my brush. So I'm assuming if you spray your brush, you're even gonna get more payoff, and I think I had enough with not doing that. So I really like this palette. This shade right here in the center, oh my goodness, I put it right there and you guys can see it. It's like reflecting like crazy. Setting something up that's going to give you a lot of looks, that's very useful. You're not going to be like, oh no, I can't wear that. I don't know what to wear that with. All of these colors, when mixed together, you can use like all of them. Like I think that this is a very easy palette to use, but you got a bunch of different looks here. You can go in a browner direction, you can go in the plum direction. So honestly, I think that everybody's going to love these. These are great. Didn't actually get to play with this little guy yet, but based off of the little swatches that I've done, I feel like it has the same exact formula as this one. The color story of this one is a little bit harder to use than this one, just because there is a little bit more pops of color here. But if you're somebody who's a little bit more adventurous with your look, this is the palette you should get because it is a little bit more on the creative side. You have a little bit more creative freedom here. So this one here gives you like those really nice plum looks, which it kind of reminds me of like the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions kind of vibe. This one reminds me of like if the subculture was a little bit more light. This one to me of the two is a little bit of the harder color story to play with if you're a beginner, because there is a little bit more colors going on here. You have to get a little creative with mixing the colors together, which colors you think are going to work together. So if you look at them both together, I think this one is the more user-friendly when it comes to color story, and this is the one you have to be a little bit more creative with, especially this color all over the lid with like a deepening shade of this one. Like those two together to me are just even like this really, really pretty yellow right here. Like there's just some beautiful colors in here. But honestly, guys, I think they're both gorgeous. I just think it depends on you guys what colors you like better. And then finally, let's talk about these face palettes. Oh my goodness. I think out of everything, I'm super excited for these because I have never tried a Pixi blush before. I've tried their highlights, but I've never tried their blush. And I love the blush. Oh my God, the blush is so amazing. I just can't get over it. I used this one on my face today. So Honey Nectar is this one, which is the lighter of the two. And this is the one I used on my face today. I mixed both of these colors for my cheeks, and the pigment and the blend of these blushes was like so amazing. So I mean, this is great. This is great blush. And then the highlights are just beautiful. I mean, you guys can see it's just beautiful. I love Pixi's highlights. They're just like one of my favorite highlights. So this to me is just like a awesome product. It's an awesome product. The blush doesn't look powdery. It blends beautifully. This can compete with high-end brands. Like this can compete with high-end brands, and it's $16. This is the star of this entire thing that they sent me. This is the star. And then they also have the darker one, which is also absolutely stunning. I didn't use this one, but I did swatch it, and it's the same formula, you know, it's just different colors, and this is like more of the deeper one. So if you have a deeper complexion, or if you like to wear deeper blushes, you would go this route. And this one here is called the Sugar Blossom, and I think that these are the star. These are so good. Wow, I am so excited with this launch. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and link everything down below so where you guys can find these. So now that you guys have heard my thoughts, I want to show you guys me applying this stuff for the very first time. You guys will hear my reaction the first time I've ever used it, and let's get into that right now. Okay, so before I jump into this, I just wanna kind of show you guys how cute this PR box was. Oh my God, Pixi does the cutest PR boxes. It looks just like this, and then when you open it up, they have stencils here, which, who doesn't love a good stencil? I want to see what they look like, but there's a few different stencils, which actually is great for swatching, which I could probably use to swatch different palettes. So, oh my gosh, I love a very useful PR gift, and that actually to me is extremely useful, and I can't wait to start using it. And then inside we got all 4 palettes that released, which is so amazing. And this one right here is Eye Reflex, and this one is called Hazelnut. This one right here is called Rosette Ray. Ooh, that looks like me. Then we have 2 face palettes, which I cannot wait to use. Obviously have no blush or anything on, just so I can use these. So the first one here is called Honey Nectar, and it's called Sugar Blossom. I can't wait to dive into all of this. I don't even know where to start. I kind of want to put this one on my lids, but I'm dying to use this one too. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this one though, because it's just like screaming at me. But you guys are gonna see the other one. I'll put the other one up on Instagram. This color right here, and kind of put this all over the lid. You guys don't understand. I'm so excited for Pixi to have these cute little palettes out. I love Pixi. Pixi's one of my favorite brands from the drugstore. Or is it my favorite? I think it is my favorite brand from the drugstore. They just have really nice products, very good quality. Even their skincare is good quality. And I honestly have never really been too let down with Pixi. I'm wearing a Pixi liquid lip, and I've told you guys a million times, their liquid lips are my favorite liquid lip formula on the market. So I'm getting a pretty decent pigment off of that. I'm enjoying that. That's really pretty. Okay, I like that. I want to kind of mix these two, but I really want to use this one. So I'm going to put mostly this one, and I'm just going to put this on the lid. Oh, we got a lot of fallout, but anytime you use like these deeper colors, if they are more pigmented, sometimes you get pretty good fallout. So I'm not mad at that, guys, because trust me, I use very, very, very expensive brands, and you get a lot of fallout too. So just kind of hit off your brush, and you should be fine. This has a very buildable formula, so it doesn't go on super saturated right away, but I'm noticing I am able to build it up. I kind of want to go into a little bit deeper color because I just want to deepen this up a little bit. You get a pretty good amount of fallout, so I would suggest that you do your eyes first if you're going to go for a deep look with these, just because you do get a decent amount of fallout. I mean, the fallout comes off very easily, but I definitely would just suggest that. This is like my kind of plums. Like, I don't like purples, but I love plum. I kind of want to use colors from the other palette too, but then at the same time, I kind of just want to show you guys a look that you can create using this one. It goes a little bit on the pinky side, but it's still leaning more on the plummy burgundy side, so I'm okay with the color. It looks nice. Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to kind of line my lower lash line with it. How are we looking here? That is looking super pretty. I'm really loving this. Let's add a little bit of lightness back into the look by grabbing some of this. I'm dying to try these like metallic-y tones, and I'm just gonna kind of, oh, that's so pretty. That's pretty, look at that. I like that. Do you guys see? And that's not even wet, that's just with my finger. This kind of reminds me of their formula for their highlights, which I love, that it's kind of very soft to the touch. But look what a nice reflect that gave me. That's really pretty. Like, honestly, you don't need no more highlight than that on the eyes. Kind of use this as an inner corner highlight. Do you guys see that? Can you see it? Can you see it? It's really pretty. That looks so pretty. Give me 1 second to put on some liner and mascara, and then we're gonna move on to these cheek palettes. But I really like this look. This is the type of purples that I love, so I'm super happy right now. That's what the eyes are looking like, and honestly, guys, this looks really, really pretty. I love the way it looks. I think it looks really nice. I think it's put together. I think that the pigment is there. I'm really happy with this. I want to move on to these little blush palettes. Now, for me personally, I would say that there's 2 blushes here, and then these 2 would be highlights, the same as this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into both of these. I'm going to mix them and put them on these 2 colors. Wow, that's pretty. Ooh. You guys see that? Do you see that pigment? How beautiful? And this is blending out so pretty, so easy to use. This is great. This is beautiful. I love the blush. It's making me very happy because right next door, there's these 2 that I would use as a highlighter. And even this one, I think I would use it as a lid topper. So actually, I'm going to jump into this golden color, which just looks insane. I'm going to put it right. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. So it says it's multi-use. You could probably use this for your cheeks and your eyes. So I think it really is multi-use. I really like that. It looks really, really pretty. You do see very fine little tiny glitters in there, but it looks so pretty. It actually gives more of like a wet look, but you do see some glitter. That is insanely gorgeous. So this to me is amazing because I feel like I can use this in so many different ways. I'm very, very thrilled with these. These are gorgeous. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and let me know down below if you guys have tried these, and if you have, can you believe how great these are? I mean, like, I want to hear. Leave me your comments down below. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe before you leave, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.